from how things are going right now, I feel like consulting is better than contracting. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Notando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. And no, as the title may suggest, I did not switch to consulting, so you don't have to. It sort of kind of happened to me. So as we all know, when the economy is not doing well, and South Africa's economy has not been doing well since last year actually, construction is always hit first. So I've always been in a place where I was anxious about job security, what's going to happen. And then when COVID happened, it just got worse. And like every single month, just praying. But through the process, as well as applying for new opportunities, trying to figure out, what am I going to do? Are we going to make it through? I did not know. Like I was literally walking on eggshells since the year started, even before COVID. So eventually my time came and I got my retrenchment letter. And at the same time, or almost at the same time, I also got a new job. So everything kind of worked out so beautifully. I'm very grateful for that. I am thankful. It would be an injustice not to mention how miraculous the timing was. And I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, I am now in consulting. And this video is not going to be showing you the differences between consulting and contracting, because obviously I just started, so I don't really know much. So it's more of like a life update / story time / the differences that I've picked up so far, because I have not been working in consulting for that long. But yeah, let's get into the video. Technology. Not that I was not exposed to technology when I was in contracting, but it's not as advanced as in consulting. Consulting has less hands-on construction happening around you, so you're literally on your computer the whole time. That's what you use. So people are super fast. You measure with software. There's no like comparison with what site is giving you. I'm learning how to do things that I didn't know I could do with my computer, and I'm just thinking, wait, what? This could have saved me so much time. It's very technologically advanced. You know your way around the computer, and I'm looking forward to expanding just being more technologically savvy, if that's the word for it. There's a lot of reading as well that happens because you need to know how things work. They don't use the same standard system as we use in South Africa. So I'm reading again, learning how they measure on the other side, what the standard is. And so I like that. I like feeling like I'm growing. I like feeling like I'm learning, and that's really exciting. And it's not just technical. There's also a lot of intellectual reading stuff that is coming on. So that's also engaging. That's part of my brain, which I'm very grateful for, because it kind of feels like a balance. Tendering, I was never really exposed to tendering from the contracting side of things, so now I'm being exposed to like putting tenders together, the details of it, what to make sure is covered. And because it's also an international company, it's in a very different format, but I'm liking that exposure. So not a lot of site visits, so there's no need for me to be wearing my sunscreen as I used to. I think I'll miss sites, but right now, not really. So I'm liking being in the office. I'm liking being chilled. I like that. When we do our site visits, it's literally virtual because, first of all, we can't go there, COVID. Second of all, in consulting, you literally do less site visits as you would in contracting. Maybe in the future, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I missed site. Oh, there's more fixed hours. It's still early days though, so this might change, but for now I'm liking the fixed hours. Like you come in at 8, you leave at 5. For me, it's like heaven. From like 6 to 7, 6, whatever, it's like 80. I'm like 85 now. I like being an 85 person. Well, I can't believe I'm saying all these things. There's less human interactions. The only people that you interact with are people who are your peers and also your manager. And that has been good for the introverted side of me. When I was in contracting, I got to stretch that out to the max. So the line of communication and the level in which you communicate in is a bit elevated now, because everybody's kind of like on the same plane. There's less human interaction because there are no subcontractors to deal with. So you just work with your colleagues, that is your team, and you're done. When you're in contracting, you're working with a lot of subcontractors, and a lot of your interactions, they may be cool here and there. Most of it is just a lot of fighting. And right now, that side of my brain, it's taking a break. It's like breathing. I'm relaxed on that side of my brain. And yeah, it's just, there's a little bit more relief. Like, I was tired of fighting with people. I feel like I'm in a more professional setup. My professional jargon is being sharpened, and I am enjoying that. Love it so much. So that's another difference that I'm kind of being exposed to. There's no swearing. Like, I have not heard anybody swear at anybody. You get so accustomed to that when you're in contracting, because everybody's so angry and people are just like upset and stressed because it's such a high stress environment. So in consulting, there hasn't been any of that, but maybe it might come up in the future. But I have not been exposed to people shouting. First of all, like, people talk normally at a normal tone. Nobody's randomly shouting about something. There's not a lot of fighting, and if there is a disagreement, you literally talk about it as adults, and that is just so refreshing. There's no rats. I hate talking about the rats, but there's no rats. Obviously, there aren't any rats because it's an office. It's not a site. Any site that you go to, let me tell you, any site that you go to when you're building something from scratch, there will be rats. Because you're in the middle of nowhere, you're in a container, there hasn't been any pest control. Also the dress code, like, I've got more variety now. I can wear my sandals. It's not a safety risk for my toes to be hit by a brick or something like that, which is quite nice. There's a bit more options to get dressed. But also I'm ironing more as well, which is so stressful. I remember I miss sites for the fact that if you didn't feel like ironing it was cold, you just wear your shirt and just throw on a jacket, zip it up, and nobody would know what's happening. Nobody would know what's happening underneath there. So yeah, there's a conscious effort every day to like get up, get dressed, iron your clothes, and just be professional. And that's nice for now. There's nice food and biscuits in the kitchen. I'm not used to that, and I'm not, because like in contracting, that would be a treat, and if you did that, I don't think they'd last. Like, it's not a feasible thing to have in the kitchen. Also, I feel like the size of the company as well will determine whether or not there's biscuits in the kitchen. It's probably not a consulting thing per se, but more a company thing. So I like that there's Itzamos, Romanis, rusks, whatever in the kitchen, and when you're feeling a bit hungry, you can have some of those, nibble on them. There's also cool drink, iced tea, blah, blah. I sound like I was poor. But yeah, I like that. Like, that's so nice. That shows that people care for you, and for you to be comfortable at work, and for you to, I don't know, be as refreshed as possible. There's no noise. You are in an office. There's no construction happening down the streets. As much as you get used to being in the buzz and stuff, sometimes it's just like, it can get very annoying. So I'm grateful that there's none of that. I'm also learning a new language. You know me in languages, so I like the headache that I get from learning new stuff. So yeah, that's a bit of a life update that I wanted to share with you guys. I am very excited for this new journey. When I started this channel, if you go to the about section of the channel, it's all about growing together, and as I grow, I will keep sharing my journey and what I know, and I look forward to just growing and sharing as I grow. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you later in another video. Do not forget to like and share and subscribe. Actually, you don't have to share it. A more comprehensive, detailed, point-by-point comparison I will make later on when I am more comfortable, more established, and I've learned a bit, and I can actually pinpoint what the difference is. The reason I'll make that video is because it's actually been a requested video a couple of times. My emails, Twitter, even on here, Instagram DMs. So I know that it's what people want to know before they jump into either contracting or consulting, whether they want to be site-based QSs or office-based QSs. Okay,